Alright, so right now it's time to put the rear fenders on, and so far this door cap for the gas tank, it doesn't fit. There's a big gap right here because it came from M3, and also it doesn't fit. The hole is too small for the gas tank to open. So the plan is to maybe trim that piece off, like just that edge, the inner edge, and build my own. And also I need to build something from that edge to the body panel so it touches, because right now it doesn't. And most likely the side skirt will need to be trimmed off, just like I did the front ones, but we'll see how it fits. Right now I just want to put couple screws in and see how it sits, and see what exactly I need to trim. Most likely I'll be trimming this piece off and molding this piece separately into the bumper, and building a bracket to bolt this to the body, because I don't like how it sits, and I want to be able to take the bumper off. Alright, so rear fender is on, just a few screws, and it looks obnoxious. It looks so freaking wide. So yeah, like always, the side skirt doesn't fit, and I'm gonna have to trim it and build a bracket, pull it away a little bit from the body. And if you go around, this piece needs to be, well, I might just be able to bolt it, but this huge gap needs to be fixed. The door doesn't open, and what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim this off, this edge, and I'm gonna trim this up here and maybe even farther in, I don't know yet, and build my own wall. It's gonna be going into the body and connecting inside. Like I'm gonna build a piece to touch this together and make them fit together, so there's no gap at all. This needs to be brought in more. Right now I'm gonna take my spacers, put one on one together, and put my wheel on, just to see how it's gonna look before I do anything else. Again, I just put those two spacers, just to see how the gap's gonna look, but I can't even put the wheel on because it hits. So I guess I need to cut my fender first, and the bumper, and then I'll have to weld. I'm gonna weld it later. I'm going to clean up the front fenders, and I'm going to weld and seam seal rear fenders. So for now, I'm just gonna cut it carefully and see how the wheel fits again. So an update, got my bumper right here, got this little piece out so I was able to break it off easier, and then I cut the outer skin off, and looks like there's some kind of bracket right here that holds it yet. I think I'll just try to peel it off and then trim it later, and I cut it right there. I'm not sure how much I need to cut there yet, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. But so far it looks really good. All I have to do is just trim it right here, and then pinch it together, weld it together. Right here I can probably bend it up and weld it, but looks good so far. Finished cutting, and you know, right here it's pretty close, so I can just pinch it full and weld it, but here it gets farther apart, and I'm gonna have to, you know, make slots and bend it up, you know, release tension in the panel, get rid of this guy. But right now, again, I just want to put my wheel on and see how it looks with a kit. So I'm going to do that next. With two spacers, which should be similar offset with the wheels that I'm going to run, with just only one spacer. So I'm going to put it on the ground now. That monster gap though. So the rear fender's back on, all cut up, and I had put wheels there. They're actually not bolted, they're just sitting there to see how the car will look after it's all done. It looks really good.